All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's going on, Elevation Nation Tribe? Elevation Nation Conversations, God Body Shine. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hit that like, share, subscribe button before we even get started. Wipe your feet when you come in my house. You know how you when you go in somebody's house, you wipe your feet before you come up in there. So the way you wipe your feet when you're checking out the podcast or the stream is you hit that like, share, subscribe button. That's how we gonna do that. That's how we gonna do that. That's how we gonna do that. What's going on? Ah, this is the old one, and I was ahead of it. I don't know about a lot of. I think a lot of people they was out running around for New Year's and New Year's Eve night, all of that, whatever. So they probably didn't catch it, but I caught that Dave Chappelle uh, special that night. The night it came out. It came out New Year's Day. So I caught it that night. You know, I think a lot of people was out celebrating, getting drunk, bringing in the new year, but I was home. I was home with the baby. My daughter ain't no baby, but I was home with my daughter, you know, bringing in the new year with loved ones. I love my daughter. You dig? But I caught the special, and the special was dope. The special is called The Dreamer, and I dig it. You know, I've always liked Dave Chappelle. You know, Dave Chappelle, I've been rocking with Dave Chappelle since Chappelle's show. He was, matter of fact, he was, I think his first role was in like a Eddie Murphy movie or something like that. And he had a small role or whatever, but I really got hip to him when he had that Dave Chappelle show, and he started having his specials. And, you know, everybody know Dave Chappelle specials go crazy. Dave Chappelle is one of the top. He one of the top in the game. And his comedy is a lot different than a lot of other comedians. His jokes they take a long time to get to the punchline, and his jokes are basically stories. So his jokes kind of drag on, but then you'll hit a punchline. Once he tells a story, then he can kind of hit it, and keep building off of that story that he told. But man, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's dope. I highly recommend it. You know, it was so good I had to go watch it a second time. But it hit a chord with me. It hit a chord with me when I watched it, just based off of the title of it. The title of it is The Dreamer. But the title of it is The Dreamer, and I can relate to that. You know, I dig it. But it really, really struck a chord. Or if you go watch the special, it'll hit you when he break down and explains at the end of, like at the very end of it, why he titled it The Dreamer. And he has a joke in there. It's kind of like a long joke, but it breaks down to the explanation of a dreamer and why he titled it that and why he feels he is a dreamer. And I can relate. 100%. I can relate. That was some real shit. I understand what he's talking about, and I dig it. And that the credits at the end of the special is like maybe 5 minutes long. So the credits is basically a lot of photos and videos and things like that of the people he's met, some of the conversations he had with different people, his tours, his comedy specials, and it kind of encapsulates and bring it all to a close or to like a head where they just show everything that went from him dreaming this dream of what he wanted to do into him right now manifesting it, doing it, being in it, present in the moment, and that shit hit a chord. I don't know if it hit a chord with you, with y'all, but if you're a dreamer and if you got goals and aspirations and you understand what manifesting mean and thinking like that, then this shit really will hit a chord with you. And matter of fact, when I was thinking about it, I was like, that's the reason why I named myself God Body Shine. I believe that. A lot of people that don't understand or don't have the mindset and don't understand that, they kind of look at it like, who this nigga think he is, or they really don't get it. But if you have that mindset, you understand. You understand if you got the mindset to understand that in the Bible, I'm not saying, I'm not a super religious person, any of that, spiritual, I do believe in, God and a higher power and things like that. But I try to learn a lot about all different types of religions and beliefs and doctrine and ideology and all that. But I, I've read it and I understand that and I believe this wholeheartedly that God is in me. God is in me. Small piece of God is in me. So that gives me the ability to do things God-like almost to a certain extent when it comes to manifesting and controlling your destiny and creating your reality. That's real deal. That's real deal spill. you know, that's real deal spill. Um, but I know he been getting a lot of controversy with what he was talking about in the special, talking about the trans community and the handicap and all that. But it's jokes. He joking, he poking fun. He ain't doing it in a malicious way. He doing it in a very funny, respectful way or whatever. And people gonna try that cancel culture shit all they want to because they saying something that they don't want to hear or whatever. And I'm standing with him and I'm rocking with him, man. Everybody can be made fun of. Ain't nobody off limits. Ain't nobody fucking off limits. So the special is dope, man. And it resonates with dreamers. Towards the end, he was talking about how he said, "I am a real deal dreamer." He said something. I'm a powerful dreamer or whatever. But he said he dreamed about this at the age of 14. That very moment right now that he was at on this special at the age of 50. He said he dreamed that at 14 and he walked that walk and manifested it and created it into up to the age of 50 where he was at that point right then and there. So he held on to this dream from the age of 14 and maneuvered through life, through the world, through all of that to get and manifest that shit at the age of 50. How many of y'all can do that and say that? Let me take a sip of my alkaline water on that one. But just on some real shit, how many of y'all can actually say that shit that you thought of an idea, you stuck with it, you committed to it, you worked it out, and you manifested that shit in your life? In your life. And you could actually see it, it's tangible, it's here. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see it or whatever. How many of y'all understand what that feeling is like? That's a powerful ass feeling. That's power. That's power in its most basic, rawest form. It's thinking some shit, speaking that shit, moving on it, and manifesting it in your fucking life. That's what Elevation Nation is all about, man. I get on there, yeah. I talk a little shit, whatever. We talk about some topics or yada yada yada. But the whole premise of this thing is the Elevation Nation mindset, Elevation Nation lifestyle. Take what you got passion, got love for, and you love doing it, and incorporate that into your life. Keep building on it, keep getting better with it, so that it elevates you, elevates those around you. It's about constantly growing. And I was thinking when I was thinking about what he was saying about the dreamer thing, I said, that's what I've been doing all my life. I read a book series. It's a 3-part book series called Conversations with God. It's parts 1, 2, and 3. And actually, I'm gonna do like a broadcast or whatever. Just start talking about some of the books that I like, that I've read, that have changed my life, and just some book suggestions and things like that. But this book series, Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh, parts 1, 2, and 3. I read those books. It's 2024 now. I read those books 25 years ago. I read those books in '99 when I left Chicago and went to LA. A female gave them to me, matter of fact, and she turned me on to it. But I still have those books to this day. I don't let those books out of my possession, but those books totally changed my life. Totally changed my life. And the book concept is basically the book is about a reporter. The book is told through the reporter's eyes. He's like a reporter or author. And he said one day he just sat down and he talking to God. He talking to God. He having a conversation with God, and he's just asking all these questions and things that he don't understand and why this and why that and he's actually in the conversation. God is answering him. God is matter of fact. Hold on. Matter of fact, here go book 3 right here. I got books 1 and 2 up in there as well. But it ain't no big book. It's what 380 pages. But the book is so good that once you get into it and start reading, you ain't gonna want to put this down. You ain't gonna want to put it down, and it's gonna totally transform and change your life if your mind is open to receiving and being open and being I guess non-judgmental about the book and the material in it, and just take it and read it and take it for what it's worth. Man, that book will change your life. But basically, in the book, the author, he's a reporter and he's talking to God, and God is answering his questions, and the questions that he's the answers that he's getting is elevating his life. Look at the cover. Look, he's getting elevated. My daughter scribbled on with a little pen or whatever, but the picture of the book is a man getting enlightened and he getting elevated. He's answering the questions and he's getting elevated. And that's one of the things why I named my company Elevation Nation. I named my whole lifestyle, my whole movement, my whole mindset. It's Elevation Nation. It's all about elevating. Elevating your life, elevating your circumstances, elevating all that. But when I was watching the Dave Chappelle, the comedy special, and when he was talking about how he's a dreamer and how it hit him when he's like, look, I was 14 and I dreamed this very fucking day right here, 40 something years later, and he's standing there in it. I understand that. Because I've done many things in my life, and I'm continuing to do things in my life where I'm bringing it to me and I'm manifesting it because I'm a dreamer and I believe. I believe. I wanted to make music. I wanted to make records. I wanted to do shows. I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to be on TV and things like that. I've done all that shit to a small part, but I've still done it, and I could have taken it bigger if I wanted to, if I was willing to do certain things or take certain roads and routes that I really didn't want to do. But I've manifested all those things just from me believing, being a dreamer, and manifesting it. I gotta be a dreamer and manifest me a new chair for 2024. This chair right here I had, I gotta give me something new. Keep going down on me, but I manifested all that shit. I wanted to make records, so I started reverse engineering. Man, how they do this? I used to listen to the records, Run DMC, man, LL, Houdini, Tupac, all of them. And I just started looking at the back of album covers and looking at the back of CDs and tapes and saying, all right, I'm listening to the music, okay. I can rap and I can do what they do. I can put these words together that rhyme and put them on beat and make it to a cadence and, make it sound slick and fly. All right, okay, well, how did they make the record? So I started looking on the back of the CD covers and then research and say, oh, they had to go to a studio. Okay, let me find a studio. Let me find out what I gotta do to get in the studio. Let me find what I gotta do to get a beat. I gotta find a producer. I gotta find a track that I like. I gotta match my words and my rhymes up to the track. Um, I gotta go into a studio and be able to, record my voice and edit it and mix and master it and this and that. Um, I gotta press up the CD. I gotta find somebody that could do me an album cover. I gotta put my album cover together. I gotta put my words and lyrics and all this and all that on the album cover. And before long, you basically have created magic. You've manifested something that you had in your mind, in your thought, that you spoke, and by you moving on it, dreaming on it, holding on to that dream, staying consistent, staying dedicated, you manifested it. So I had the album in my hand after manifesting it from a thought and then moving on it. It's as basic. It's as basic as a situation as it could be. It could be something as simple as you see a pair of shoes you want. You see the shoes. You know you want the shoes. So you say to yourself, I want to get them shoes. Okay, where them shoes at? Okay, they sell them at Macy's. Okay, how much they cost? Oh, they 200, 250. This is what I got to do to get those shoes, to manifest them in my life so I have them in my hand. You got to have the money to 250 to get them. You got to be able to go to where the shoes at and purchase them and get them. And now you done manifested it in your life. It's just that simple. It's magic. But people don't look at it because you have to do manual steps and procedures to get it in your life. And you're not just saying, oh, I wish I had these shoes. I want them right here. And they appear. They don't look at that as being magic when you got to say, okay, I want them shoes, how much they cost, where they at. Okay, I got this money, I know where they at. I'm gonna go to where they at, and I'm gonna go get them. And now you got them. It's the same fucking thing. It's just not happening in an instant. I used to look at the bodybuilding magazines and stuff like that. My old man, rest in peace. He's like to talk about body lifting weights and bodybuilding and all that stuff. And I wanted to get bigger at one time and doing this and doing that. So I looked at the magazines. Okay, oh, this is what they doing. This is the diet they eating. Okay, these are the weights that they doing. These are the reps and the sets that they doing. This is how much weight they doing. These are the exercises they doing. And I started doing that. And then look, you can look down the line and you can start seeing 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, on and on. You start looking at down the line and you start seeing yourself changing and transforming. You manifesting what you want to see. You want to be in shape. You want to, have the biceps and the triceps and all of that. And you was working on it every day. And over time, now you got it. There you go. You just manifested it. People don't look at it like that in that simple, broken down, basic term or a basic view of it. You can manifest anything in your life. It takes time, take dedication, it takes some sacrificing, and you bring it to you. It's just as simple as that. I wanted certain cars in my life. I wanted certain things. I knew, okay, this is what it take to get that car, or this and that. All right, now let me do the process and the procedures and step and get to it and get to it and get to it and get to it, and there it go. Step by step by step by step, and now you got it, and you just manifested that from taking the steps. That's straight up magic. That's straight up magic. So I've never shied away from people talking about, well, you call yourself God body and all that. Yeah, I am God body. God is in me. I have the ability to do supernatural things. I have done supernatural things. I wanted to write books. Me and my daughter used to go to the bookstore because I love to read. And I was looking like, man, I don't see a lot of books that's based on little black kids or little black girls or whatever. I was like, okay, we know what, we're going to write our own. So I used to write records. I used to write songs. So I said, I can write a book. This ain't shit. And I started reverse engineering it. Okay, what's the process? All right, first I got to write the story. All right, now I got to find somebody to illustrate it. All right, now I got the story in the book illustrated. Now I got to go to a company and say, hey, I want y'all to publish this, even if I got to pay for it. There you go. It's manifested in the hand. But and then he had a part. I really don't remember it that well, but he had a part in the special where he was talking about like Lil Nas X, and he was talking about him and certain things that he do, and he might not agree with it or this and that, but in the end he had to realize that look, Lil Nas X is a dreamer. He's a dreamer just like him. He got certain things he wanted to do. He wanted to be in a certain position. He wanted to do certain things. And he put in the work and made it manifest to the point where now he is at where he at. It's just that simple. He applied it to athletes and other entertainers and just people in general. Shit, you could be a fucking dreamer and you want to be a doctor. Yeah, you can manifest that. It's magic. Okay, it might take you 10, 15 years of schooling, but you bring it to you because you're going to it. So you're taking the steps, you're moving toward it, you're doing what you got to do to get that and get it, and get it legitly. It's going to meet you. It's going to meet you because you're going in the correct direction. That's why people would say, "Yeah, boy, okay, you gonna put yourself right in that jail, in that prison, or you gonna find yourself dead or woo," because they saw things that you or me or whoever were doing that would lead you that direction, and you'll bring it to you. You can't go out there and sell dope knowing it's illegal, knowing you can go to jail for it, and not think that you're gonna put yourself in a prison. That's you subconsciously manifesting yourself into a prison because that's where you want to be because you know what the fuck you doing is not correct, is not legal, and you can't go to prison for doing it. So you will manifest yourself to that prison. I wanted to manifest myself on the radio, so I made the music that could get radio played, and I took it to where it needed to be played, and I put myself in that position and I manifested to where it was played on the radio. I wanted to make videos. So I manifested myself into videos where I'm making videos for my music and putting it where it need to be. Now it can be seen worldwide. So that hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Just some elevation talk right here. It's just dropping game, elevation game, shit. Positive, man. Staying focused. Building. Believing in your power. And that's what Dave Chappelle, that special was. Talking about him believing in his power and it put him in position. That's power. That's fucking raw, basic power. Dreaming, believing, moving, manifesting. Dreaming, believing, moving, manifesting. It's real shit. It's real deal. But if you haven't seen that special, Dream, it's short. It's a short special. It's funny to me. I like Dave Chappelle anyway. That's my man. I even still watch his old Chappelle Show episodes. You dig? So, but yeah, The Dreamer is worth it, man. Check it out and watch it all the way to the end when he starts showing you. He's sitting down with Lil Nas X. He's talking to Talib Kweli. He's hanging out with Chris Rock, doing this and doing that. And these are all people that, some of them, people that he say they're fellow dreamers. And he put himself in that realm to be around other dreamers that have dreamed themselves into position of where they want to be. And we all have that ability. We all have that ability. So, that comedy special was fire. And all it does is it motivates a real dreamer and a real, go-getter to keep dreaming and to keep going and getting. It's motivation. I know it's motivation for me, especially when I saw the end of the comedy special and I saw the credits and what the message they were conveying with those credits, with the people he was talking to and being around, and they were showing his progress from starting out here to now where he at here. You see the transition and you see the linear line of how he went from there to there to there, and you like, damn, I get it. So that's real shit, man. So if you real deal about it and you're a dreamer, you're about your shit, you're about your business, you're about moving, and you believe in you believe that you are that person. Shit, you ain't gotta dim your life for nobody, man. You got believe in self. Matter of fact, I should have been playing a record right now, a record I got that really relates to this. It's called Believe, Believe, and I should have been playing it. Damn, I wasn't thinking, thinking to pull it up, but in the record, I said, I was basically saying, Believe. I'm one of the best, no doubt in me. I think that thought and make it happen. Real G anatomy. Believe. I'm one of the best, no doubt in me. I think that thought to make it happen. Real G anatomy. So I'm basically saying I'm a believer. I believe in myself. I think that thought that I make it happen. That's a real G, a real gangster. That's a real God. That's God body. Ain't no doubt in me. I don't doubt myself no more. That's the anatomy of a G. Thinking about something, believing in it, moving on it, manifesting it. That's G. That's the that's the most G-est thing you can do in your life. That's the most G-est thing you can do in your life, or the most solid or the most real thing you can do in your life is to speak something and then be about it. I said, I think it, see it, speak it, be it, G-est, a genius. So you got to think it, man. You got to think it. You got to speak it. You got to believe it, man. It comes. It manifests. It really do. So that's real deal, man. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Drop me a comment in the comment section. I really wish I would have played had my record Believe playing. I would have had to pull it up and find it, but it's just real deal, man. That Netflix comedy special was pretty good, Dreamer. And watch it to the end. Watch the credits and just think about what he said. How he went from 14 dreaming that dream to 50 living that dream, and he put himself in that position. And it shows the progression and the linear timeline of going from one place to another, all in the credits and the photos and things like that. And it hits home. That shit will hit home for real believers, that are go getters. But I'm out. Just wanted to tap in with y'all. Elevation Nation tribe, believers, dreamers, go getters, constantly elevating. Elevation Nation conversations, God body shine. We're gonna keep consistent with it. We're gonna put ourselves in a position because we're gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it till it gets to where it needs to be. We starting out and we're gonna keep it going. But hit that like, share, subscribe button once again. Drop a comment in the comment section, and I will check y'all on the next one. Peace, love.